Sunny days. There we go. Had to move things around. Oh man, something in my eye. Oh man, I overslept this morning. Man, that's something. Hey, Kathy, good to see you. I got something in my eye. Whoa. Man. Hey, Joe. Good to see you. Oh man. There, I think I got it. Oh yeah, today's trash day. I don't have a lot of trash, so I didn't need to put mine out. How are you guys? I saw that we sank an Iranian sub. I'm not up on the news this morning. I was up later than normal, and then so I slept in later than normal. I am going to work. Yep, a flea in your eye. It's something. It was something in my eye. What is this? Oh, it's trash. I gotta, I gotta detail this car. I don't even have coffee this morning. We're coffee with the skipper, and Skipper doesn't even have his coffee. It is crazy, but that's okay. Hey, Linda, good to see you. All right. I do work. I own my own business. Excuse me. I've talked about it. I do federal contracting. So yeah, it's it's a good life. A lot of veterans should start their own businesses. There's a lot of benefits for veterans to own businesses. Man, see, I don't have my coffee, and all this stuff is like, and I still have a little bit of the cold still. I've been dealing with that. I didn't take my meds. They're in my pocket. I got them. Good morning, Mary. But yeah, I'm gonna drive over here to the park where I normally stop and talk to you guys. That's the nice thing. I live on the one side of town. I do all these back roads, so I no longer have any type of traffic on my way into work. It is so nice. Right here, I'm driving onto the main road. Behind me is the entrance to Joshua Tree Park. So yeah, this is the only time I run into other cars. So yeah, but I'm going with traffic, so it's going to be smooth sailing. But yeah, I was watching. Yeah, we sank an Iranian submarine. This this war has been a good test of our navy. As I was talking yesterday, we sank a warship off the coast of Sri Lanka yesterday, an Iranian warship, and without a doubt, that was probably there to challenge Diego Garcia, which is a United Navy base. It's It's a couple hundred miles off the coast of Sri Lanka, out there in the Indian Ocean. Just this atoll that no one ever wanted, so we built a Navy base there. All right, coming in here to the park. I see the park workers over here. What's he doing? Doing something with a hose. All right, there we go. Could do that for me, please. I'd really appreciate it. Do what? Let me grab my little thing here. I got this little thing that I hang up so I can put my phone up here and talk to you guys looking straight on. And that makes it easier. All right. What's new with you guys? Anything big you guys want to talk about today? Why is this? I'm sorry if the thing cuts in and out. My Bluetooth picked up. It says that okay. Hey, bestie. Yep. I slept in today. I was actually babysitting. A friend of mine was having a a medical issue. It's been persisting, and they just wouldn't give her a uh, doctor's appointment. So, and she was starting to get worried, and she's got two little girls. So she was like, "Hey, I know you work during the day." She's like, "Can I send your girls over and stay with you for the night, and then uh, you know, I'll go into the ER and try to get something." And I was like, "Yeah, no problem." So I had her girls. They're two cute little girls. They're so much fun, and they're just so loving. But they are they're like my nieces. They need attention, and they will demand your attention. So that's why I was talking with you guys last night, and I had to get off because they were pulling into my driveway. And yeah, we had a lot of fun. Uh, yeah, we had fun. They were playing Thomas's Xbox and all this stuff. Um, and then we fell asleep on the couch, but her mom came a little bit after midnight. She had finally finished up with everything at the ER, and looks like she's going to get a doctor's appointment now. So mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. But yeah, they had me call Thomas. They're like, "Where's Thomas?" I'm like, "He's at his mom's house." They're like, "Can we call him?" I'm like, "Yeah, we can call him." So yeah, we called Thomas. It was fun. I miss I miss being a dad to little ones. Um, I had a lot of fun when my son was when he was like 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, we just did fun stuff. But they were. We watched Bluey, and I'm trying to think. Oh, and his uh, Spidey and his Amazing Friends. I didn't even know that was a Disney show, but it is. I was like, oh, they've got a Spider-Man show for little kids. That's interesting. And then I finally got to see what the whole thing about Miss Rachel is, because they turned on Miss Rachel when we fell asleep. Uh, my cat, oh, Kang, was not about having the girls at the house. He they're very loud, and so he went underneath my bed And was like when they came in and they were on my bed and I turned on the TV and we're watching cartoons and Kang was under there and every time they'd get loud I hear roar, he's just growling. And they're like, "What's wrong with the cat?" I'm like, "He's not used to kids, so he's scared." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And they'd poke their head down, be like, "You don't have to be scared." They were so sweet. But he's just like all curled up, like hunched up in underneath my bed. But they're too big to get underneath my bed. There's my bed's got like this really small space that only the dog and cat can get under there. Oh, you're going to your mom's? Yeah. Hopefully all good things today. Hopefully all good things. Um, Trying to think what's happening here. It'll take me longer to get onto base today because of the war with Iran. They've increased security measures. So normally I would show my ID and just get waved on. That is not going to happen today. It's this week has been they're stopping people, they're searching people, but that's okay. Someone has baby fever. Um, you know, I wish I had more kids. I do. Uh, I love being a dad, but hasn't been in the cards for me. Maybe you know, maybe some 24-year-old girl with daddy issues wants to have some kids, and I'll be a dad again. You like the yeah a 24-year-old stripper who's a part owner of a liquor store, and she's mute. That there's my fantasy. uh, Too funny, too funny. But yeah, I just want to. I was sleeping in. And I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to do a show today. That's okay. I do have other content scheduled to come out today, but I was like, no, I can do it. Like I was looking at the time, I was like, I can do a show just like how I do when I drop off Thomas. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do that. Oh, that was the maintenance worker. Okay, I was like, what do they got? Two of them here? Oh, but they actually no, they got three of them here. Okay, wonder what they're doing. I don't believe. Right? I, I'm the worst. We don't have any festivals coming up, huh? Because where I'm sitting is like the big park here in town. They also have the pool here. It's also where they have all the baseball and softball stadium like things. There's like four baseball diamonds here, four or five, and so this is the one. There's a couple other parks, but this is the one where everything happens. So yeah, that's why. Um, and I think I, I know they have offices here, but I don't know if it's the official Parks Department offices. Are you the creator of the Fleas hate? Oh, I'm one of them. I am one of them. Yeah, they can't stand me, but I don't care about them. That's I notice I don't focus on stuff they say because it's all nonsense. They're not like they try to talk about their legal opinion and it's all wrong. Hey, Amanda. Good morning. Amanda might be my guest this weekend. I might be having her on as a guest. We're going to talk about um, family support. If you guys remember what I talked about, her group Billy. It's Billy Billy stands for Because I Love You, and it's her support group. So yeah, we're working up the details to have her on. That's the thing. Doing a show, that's the hardest part when you do things with guests, because you got to find a time where it works for everybody. And when you have co-hosts, oh, now they're in on it.
He definitely is hated by the fleas. He's hated on both sides. Yeah. Uh, Good morning, Miss James. Oh, you're a new sub. Thank you for being here, Randy. I do appreciate you. I do appreciate you coming and being here. Um, yeah. I won't. Unlike a lot of creators, I don't care about what the fleas say. I don't care what like paint chips and lips say. Now, if they do something, and if it's something of substance, I'll talk about it. But a lot of people were getting so hyper focused on them. I was looking at it and I was like of the shows I was even watching, I was like, I don't like what this content is turning into. Like I will always mock them. And that will never not be fun. Um, and that's where I like people like Shizzy, because Shizzy mocks them, and I think that's great. But some people were just like, they said this, and like it was just it was getting stupid. So yeah, that's why I do snipe their channel sometimes. And see, Skipper's smart. I'm smarter than the average bear. Um, when I snipe their streams, you'll have to watch it on my Facebook channel, Veteran Nation Foundation, because you won't see it on my YouTube channel. Because what are they going to do? They're going to strike my YouTube channel. So I'm smart enough to be like, yeah, no, you're not going to strike my YouTube channel. You're not going to do that. So I just don't broadcast it on my YouTube channel. And when you're doing cross content, that is in most of these streaming services, where you can, when I say stream your stuff, uh, when you do cross content stuff, that it's not on their platform. So they're like, first off, um, it's not a copyright violation because you're giving commentary, and secondly, that it's not even on our platform. So they never care about cross platform. So much anger, so much flip flopping. Yeah, they're hating on you. You ain't doing your job. Oh, I believe that about this show. Yeah, I don't pay attention to the same kind. Yeah, they're just dumb. They're just, oh, Germ is wrong, Tug is wrong, Megan's wrong. Okay, that's fine. I do find it funny that the only one who's been found guilty in any of these court cases has been John Lynette. They were found guilty of stalking, and there's a civil protection order against them, which, by the way, isn't today, or is it tomorrow? I think it's today is Civil Protection Day, right? Ohio Court Day. Boo-boo, boo-boo. Now I'll talk about court, like when it's actual court. I'll talk about that all day long. Um, and a lot of people are reading all the motions. Mm. The motions can be consequential, but not always. So I just like I the other day I read a Supreme Court case, and that one was technically it's considered interlocutory. Interlocutory means the case is still going on, but it went up on appeal. And normally the Supreme Court doesn't like to do that, but they will do it for injunctions, because an injunction, normally someone is asking for an injunction because they need relief, meaning they've been injured by the injunction. Yeah, yeah. In real life, will definitely take you out of it. Um, but yeah, I've been following. In fact, any day now, there's a big case about the Voting Rights Amendment. It could come out any day. It was argued back in October, and I followed along with the arguments. That's going to be a huge case, and it looks like Clarence Thomas wrote the opinion, which means that there's a very high likelihood the Trump administration won that case. So I follow cases, especially federal cases. I always giggle when they go on about JH violating his PO. Yeah, they still have not figured that out. Like, if I get a PO, like, I can't violate. It's mine. Now there are times where that can happen. And for those of you who've been on the show, my ex put a temporary restraining order on me, and it was false. It was bullshit, and they kept delaying the court date. They kept asking for continuances. Which, by the way, you guys can get one of these nice hoodies at veterannationfoundation.com. Um, but yeah, they kept delaying it. Well, because it was a temporary, and because the facts had not been adjudicated, what started happening was it then was relaxed. And I was asking for a temporary restraining order on her. So the judge, every time they would ask for a continuance, he had to relax it on me and tighten it on her. So and that's why I wasn't complaining. Like, I complained a little bit, but not too much about them doing the continuances, was because every time they would ask for a continuance, it was hurting them. It was hurting them. It meant my ex had less and less freedom to do stuff that she wanted. Like, it got to the point where then they couldn't come to my house. They couldn't approach me in public. Not It wasn't a just me. Whereas for like the first 2 months, maybe three, I couldn't approach them in public. But then they asked for a continuance, and the judge was like, "Okay, I'll continue this, but now I got to put limits on you guys." So I was slowly getting, and I eventually got the TRO. They agreed to lift it if I agreed to lift my request on a restraining order on them, which I was like, I'm not the one who started this shit, so I'm fine with that. You guys need to leave me alone. But yeah, that's when you can get a protection order and it limit your freedom. But that's not what happened with Jeremy Hales. He has a permanent protection order. Yeah, I'll be praying for Mama Georgie today, for sure. Uh, but yeah, I Jeremy's got a permanent. He can't break his own protection order. It limits John and Lynette. It does not limit Jeremy. uh, they would have to prove that Jeremy is breaking some type of law. Uh, but you know, whereas he does not have, all he has to do is prove that they're breaking the protective order. Hey, the Huffs are in here. If you want to follow some good people, Forever Huffs Living. That's Larry and Sauncey. They live down there in Minnesota, Minneapolis, or Mississippi. They live in Mississippi. I'm going to go through all the M places, but they're good people down there. So make sure you go to their YouTube channel and give them a subscribe. Yep, praying for Mama G. That's always tough. Always tough. Whenever a relationship ends, um, things get tough, and people lose their heads. For me, uh, you know, like, I'm just like, hey, our relationship's done. Just go away. Go away. I was like that with my ex. Just go away. My ex-wife. Go. You don't want to be with me? Fine. Go. Leave me alone. She didn't leave me alone. A lot of my ex-girlfriends have, and I've had several who, like, a year or two later, come back to me and they're like, hey, you were really nice, and you took the breakup really well. I was like, well, yeah. But then I've had a couple try to get back with me. It's like, no, no, no. You burn the bridge. I'm not rebuilding it. I'll be friendly to you. But yeah, I don't tread the path again. And that's where then they'll be upset with me. But it's like, you had me and you didn't want me. Why should I think that this time it'll be better? Ex parte protection order was granted, and he was served yesterday. Yep, yep. And see, now here's the thing: ex parte means he was not involved in it. It was done kind of behind his back. But he could respond in court and say, "This is bullshit." I guarantee you, there's some verbiage in there that he could take his lawyer and go to court and say no. But how most people are when a relationship is ending and there's going to be a divorce and all that stuff, what they tend to do is not do that. Whoa, what's going on here? What is happening here? I just lost. I can't read the chat. Hmm. Interesting. But that's okay. It's almost time for me to get going. Um, yeah, it's 7:30. That's normally when I pick up my buddy and we head into work. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for all of your comments and for the subscriptions, like Randy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.